3 Steps Business Podcast number 21. 7 tips to stay motivated while running your own business. Hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's Jorge Gasca here from the 3 Steps Business Podcast, and I'm here just to share with you a little bit of experience and a little bit of more insights into what is goals and motivation and all these type of things that I like to do, especially on Mondays, because I know how difficult it is for many people to just jump right off the bed and be super excited because it's Monday. For many people, even though we are running our own business, it's not as easy as we may think it would be. Sometimes, we have our ups and downs, and a lot of the times we stay down for very long periods of time, and we can't see the way out or anything. But, there's always a way out. So that's why I'm sharing today my 7 tips to stay motivated while running your own business. So, first of all, the first thing that you need to do is to really keep that momentum going. As I've been sharing with you over the last few episodes on Mondays, the Mondays episode, it's always about goals, and it's been always about trying to reach your goals and trying to get there and keep working and keep moving and keeping that momentum. And this is my first tip: keep that momentum rolling. An object that stays in rest, that is at rest, stays in rest, and the same applies the other way around. An object that is in movement, it will stay in movement. So don't stop yourself from doing things. That's the worst thing you can do. Once you start something, you will find how easy it is just to keep rolling. Like as I shared before in our previous episode, I stopped for a while doing the podcast, and then I started again, and now I realized that I've done already 10 to 12 episodes, and you just feel that you need to do those things, and then the momentum is going, and you won't stop, and until you reach what you need to reach. And that's the whole idea, is consistency and keeping things going. So not to say that you don't deserve a break from every now and then. Breaks are important, and I know that I need to take breaks, and that's why I have my week planned out from some time in advance, just to make sure that I keep that momentum, but also have my time balance with my family and also with the business. So my next tip is really course confidence. You have a massive goal, for example, and we always fall on this fear of failure. And we start contaminating our minds, and we start thinking that we are not able to do it, and that we are not sure how to get there, and that we can see the next step, that we need to know how to get there to be able to get things going. But the reality is entirely different. And I'm going to share this experience with you. The other day I was waiting for public transport. I was waiting for the bus, and then a lady came to me and she asked me, where is the train station? I told her, look, you need to walk 2 blocks ahead, and then you turn left and you will see a sign, and that's the train station. I was in the city here in Sydney, and the lady said, oh, but I can't see it from here. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction. And I told her, well, you wouldn't know until you get there, because there's so many signs on the way that you wouldn't be able to see the right sign, which is the train station sign. And the same thing applies here. The same thing applies to our lives. There are signs everywhere that clutter the whole thing, and we can't see the right sign and where to go. And because we are standing at the beginning, at the bottom of the mountain, we think that we need to know all the steps to get up to the mountain. And in this case, in this example, to go to the train station, we don't need to know the steps. We just need to know that we are confident, and we know that where we are going is where we want to go. So just reflecting past effort, just to make sure that you've seen the achievements and the successes that you've had, and just focus on the growth and focus on that confidence, and building that confidence that you build this step, the next step, the next step, the next step, and that is easily you're going to be moving forward the right steps that you need to reach to those goals and to do what you need to do. So combining the first one, keeping the momentum rolling, keeping those actions moving, and having that confidence of knowing that you're going to be you're not gonna get there, will start building that motivation that you need to go every single day. Number 3, consider the evidence. It's really easier to stay motivated if you know how much progress you've made so far. And this is what I was saying before. So write down all your successes and celebrate the success just by writing it down. Have a worksheet where you write down those little achievements that you have. And that goes back to last week's episode number 19, where I was mentioning the keeping your journal and keeping your task list going, because then you know that you're achieving things and you're going and you're just moving that item to the done side of things, and then you just tick that to-do list, and that's evidence of progress, that's evidence of momentum. And so that will also move you in one direction, just going forward and keep moving. Also, make it positive. Positive goals are much better and will give you a better outlook of a negative goal. For example, you always want to go forward. You don't want to think on negative goals. For example, a negative goal would be, I don't want to make less than $200,000, let's say, for example, right? That's a negative statement by itself. But if you say, I want to make $250,000, then it's a positive goal, but at the same time you're talking about is the same goal, just in a positive outlook. So make sure that everything that you write down, everything that you do, every task, be positive. Always look at the positivity on the side of things, and that will make sure that will keep you motivated. So don't see the dark side of things, because that will only bring that negativity and that outlook that you don't want to do something to actually complete that goal. Also, number 5, getting around the obstacles. Look, we all get obstacles, we all get problems that pop up on the way, or something that we were not expecting. And as Les Brown says, life always kicks you in the blind side, and it's normal. We just need to build that confidence, which is our tip number 2, to make sure that every obstacle that we get, we see it with positivity. That's why each one of these tips are important. Then you will see it with positivity, and you will know that there's a way around it, either through or on the right hand side, on the left hand side, or from the top, or just make a tunnel under that wall, under that obstacle. But then you'll make sure that you just hit that roadblock, and then you know that you're gonna go through it. Because you have the momentum, because you're moving, because you're going and working on it, and there's progress. Then you will never have a setback, basically, just because of simple obstacles. Number 6, make the most out of mistakes. Mistakes are so profound and so good for learning. You can learn so many things out of your own mistakes, and I can tell you from my experience, I've made so many mistakes, and I still commit mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, one way or another, in your personal life, in your business life, or whatever. We all make mistakes. But the trick that I have found, and I'm not an expert on this, but this is just what I do. It's every time I make a mistake, I make sure that this is an opportunity to make things right. Instead of focusing on the mistake and why it happened, why I did it, blah, blah, blah. What I do is I basically, analyze the mistake. Okay, so this happened. Okay, so what did I do for this to happen to me? Because normally, so you can't play the victim. It's always your fault at some point. And I would say normally it's 100% of the times it's going to be your fault. And then just have a look and just evaluate, what did you do to be in that situation? And then what you are going to do is to take the positive outcome onto that. So just take the learning. Yes, I did this is what I shouldn't have done, and all good, and put it in your journal. Journaling, that's why it's so important, the journal. And I keep mentioning that. So make sure you keep your journal. My journal is digital, so I can't show it to you, but basically I use a tool called OneNote. And also I use another tool which is for project management, more business ideas, note taking, is called Podio, which is basically where I do everything for my business. And I'm gonna make a special episode on Podio and how to drive productivity, and I'll show you the back end of my business, and you will see exactly how everything works and how you can do it yourself too. So make the most out of these mistakes and just learn from them. And finally, number 7, learn and ask for help. It's so difficult sometimes to say, yes, I made a mistake, I need help on this, and I want support. We think that a lot of the times we think that we know everything, or that we can figure it out, that we can go into the internet, so we don't show anybody our weaknesses. But the truth is that we are humans, and humans make mistakes, and we don't know everything. We are all growing, and that's the whole beauty about being here, right? It's about learning. Like when you were a child, you were always learning all the time, and we haven't stopped. We believe because we are adults, we pretty much learn everything. But that's not really true. You learn your whole life, and that's really the trick. Just keep learning, keep being creative, keep applying things and all that stuff. And then ask for help. Always ask for help. Identify those people that could maybe help you, take your business to your business to the next level. Could be a coach, could be a mentor. Find those activities that you know that if you do them properly, then that will make a massive difference in your business, and to just get someone to help you out. You don't need to do it all yourself. And this is the right takeaway. And also from our last episode, and I'm gonna put all this in the show notes, just to start getting some outsourcers and start getting people to work with you, help you out to carry out those activities that you probably are not your strength, that you're probably spending too much time on that instead of working on what you should be doing, which is developing your business. Or if you are an online business trying to drive traffic, even if you're not an expert on traffic, just delegate that. Who cares? Really, what really is important is that you're doing what you're really good at, and people will see that, and people will see the value on it. So those are my 7 tips for today, for keeping that motivation going and to making sure that things are going into the right place and you're achieving those goals that you have. And let me summarize them for you. So first, keep the momentum rolling. Second, course on confidence. 3, consider the evidence and make sure you look back and motivate yourself through those little successes. Also, make it positive. Positivity is super important. Always keep that positive mindset on everything, absolutely everything you do. Also, getting around obstacles. Obstacles will appear. Just make sure you go under, above, from the sides, or just flank it, or whatever you want to do, but make sure you have that momentum that you can go through those obstacles. Number 6, make the most out of the mistakes. Learn as much as you can. And number 7, ask for help. Get a coach, get a mentor, get someone to help you out in whatever you need to do, and you will be making sure that you're gonna get what you want to get when you need to get and when you want to, which is more important. So thank you very much for today. That's all. Thank you very much for listening. I hope these 7 tips help in whatever you want to do and whatever you're trying to achieve. Please, I love to hear from you. Get a review from you in iTunes or Stitcher, or if you're watching this on video in YouTube, I would love to hear your comments. I love to know what do you think about the content, what do you think about these tips, what stage are you in your business, what stage are you in life. I'd love to hear from you. By the way, I've prepared a special report for all of you who are listening to the podcast or watching this video. Just go into the show notes, which are 3stepsbusiness.com/TSB21. That was 3stepsbusiness/TSB21, and you will find absolutely all the notes of what I'm saying here, all the 7 tips. Plus, you will find some pretty cool, interesting stuff, which is a report that I've put together for you with the 5 steps to start putting your business in autopilot and making sure that your business will grow every single day with you. Signing off, thank you very much. It's Jorge Gasca here from 3 Steps Business Podcast, and I'm looking forward to see you on our next episode.